Hello, everyone. Tanya Milano Snell, parent coach, here on Monday. Talk to you about, let's see, what did I call this? Meeting needs and desires over winter break. Day one of winter break here at my house means that my kids are home all day, and there's a lot of needs and desires that pop up all day long. So I have to be ready for them, right, as a mom? Well, let's just talk about that. I saw my friend posted, I'll have to share it in my Facebook group. She posted the list of things that happen each day on winter break. I'm going to post the meme. It's really funny. So, like, it was like, eat breakfast, fight, drink hot chocolate, fight, play with some toys, fights. There's a lot of sibling battles that I've had to deal with today. Um, and yeah, just talking about how to meet all these needs and desires. What I find it really brings me into the present moment. It's when my children are having an argument. Um, it used to not always be this way. It used to be like really out of my presence, like really aggravated, activated. Um, I've had to do a lot of work on this. I really value a good sibling relationship. So I have to recognize that. I really value that and I don't want to see the fighting, but remind myself that it's going to happen. That this is how they're going to work out their communication, their conflict resolution skills, um, their empathy. This is how they're going to learn this stuff is by having these disagreements. They also learn some other things about injury and body awareness and things like that. But I really see the value in sibling arguments, sibling conflict. And I've been trained on working through this with kids. So this is a huge part of Om in the Home revolution, since I'm talking about it here. Let me put it up on the screen. Um, I will be part of the program is working together as a family, connection with each other, and sibling rivalry, sibling arguments is a big part of that. So, as part of the program, we really work through um, how to navigate sibling relationships, how to navigate sibling conflict, not by punishing and shaming and grounding and sending kids to their room and yelling and screaming, but really sitting down and figuring it out all together. So if you're interested in talking about getting into the community, I am talking with members right now. We start in the new year. Message me, founding member. We can talk about whether or not it's a good fit for your family. But we're raising conscious kids, resilient, um, and emotionally aware children. This is how we do it. We come together as a group of parents to discuss these topics. And I provide lots of skills, tools, and strategies, and workshops, and guests, experts to just help us navigate all these life's changes that we go through. Um, so I wanted to tell a little story about needs and desires. Day one of break, we have one sick child. He had to miss him and I had to stay home yesterday from our family Christmas because he had a slight fever and he had diarrhea. And he's been pretty pitiful, tired. We've watched a lot of Christmas movies. It's been really nice to just rest. But last week, all of last week, Taylor was sick. So you know when your kids are sick, there's a lot of needs and desires. And it's easy for parents to kind of give of themselves. And yes, we should. They need us. They need to feel comforted and um they want to be taken care of. And this is a perfect time to be present with your children and really take care of them. What's difficult is if we haven't had time to sit with our own needs and desires. So on Friday, the kids were at school. I was feeling really depleted. My energy was really low. I needed to not do any of my work, none of my housework, none of my coaching work. I needed to just rest, and I let myself rest. Like I let myself, like I know that when I feel that way, I have to do it. I have to meet my own needs. And it's a good thing I did because then I had to take care of my kids. And if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be able to give as much to them. I wouldn't show up in a calm state. So, yeah, wasn't always like this. I said this earlier. Wasn't always like this. I would just plug through and not take care of myself. And that's when I would be really reactive with my children. When they came to me with needs and desires, even like the whining, like this morning, Tegan woke up. He just flopped on the kitchen floor. Like he wouldn't talk. He was just grunting and whining and snorting, like lots of noises. And he said he was hungry. So, of course, there I am like, do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want this? And he wouldn't talk. And I'm starting to get aggravated. I'm starting to get activated. But the thing is, I knew he was sick. So I had that compassion. I reminded myself, like, he just needs this behavior is just telling me he has needs that aren't being met and he just needs some comfort. He's feeling uncomfortable. So, the more you can take care of yourself and your needs and desires, the more you can show up in those moments when your kids have really, really strong needs and desires. And it can feel really like aggravating when they do that. So, anyway, what else? I think that's all I wanted to say about that. Um, yeah, so my tip for over this winter break is that you meet your own needs and desires, whatever they are. For me, I have to take a walk in the morning no matter what, or I'm going to have a really dysregulated day. So that helps. If I do that, I've gotten that out of, got that through my system. I can show up more calm with the kids. I need rest time. Like we all need that rest time. So can you find a rhythm of the day that you're getting what you need and your kids are getting what they need at the same time? It's not all about giving the kids what they want over winter break. It's not all about the experiences and planning this activity and this activity if that's going to leave you depleted. So think about how you want your winter break to look, what feels good to you. And if that's sending your kids to grandma and grandpa's, if you can, then great. If you don't have that option, then when you get, like my husband gets home from work, I'm going to need some time alone to recenter. If it's play dates, switching kids, and you need a break from your own kids and you can take other people's kids, like what are you going to do this winter break so that you still meet your own needs and desires? Okay, so think about that before you get in the middle of it and you are starting to react. And while I'm saying that, if you're not in my Facebook group, make sure to jump into my Facebook group, Reactive to Relax Self-Care Without the Guilt. Because in there's tons of free stuff to help with self-care and self-regulation. And we will be going through my 90 Days to Joyful Living in January. So you want to get in there. It's a free challenge. It's all these little 5-minute mindfulness activities, body awareness activities to really keep you centered throughout the day Even on the most stressful days, you can come back to these little check-in activities. So get into my group if you're not in there already. The link is in the description of the video. All right, happy Monday, everybody. See you on Wednesday at 3 p.m.